And a very good afternoon to you from the sports desk. Let's start here. Two-time Comrades Marathon winner Gerda Steyn will be running in different colors this year. Now, this after she was announced as the latest member to join the Durban-based Hollywood running club. To speak to us about her preparations for the season, she joins us live now from Greyville. Gerda, a very good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon, and it's a pleasure to join you this afternoon.
Gerda, before we talk about the latest development with your new team, let's take it back and look back at the year 2024. How has that been for you, considering your achievements and also that it was an Olympic year?
2024 has been an amazing year for me career-wise. I set myself big targets in the beginning of the year, and I knew that it would be difficult to reach every single target that I set myself. But it didn't faze me and it didn't scare me of setting the targets. As an athlete, you always want to get a little bit more out of yourself and try and get yourself and elevate yourself to a step above from where you were before. The year for me went from running and winning the 2 oceans to duplicating that result at the Comrades Marathon, and then going on to running and representing South Africa at the Olympic Games in Paris. So it has been a packed year for me in terms of racing, but looking back at it, I'm really fortunate with how everything turned out and to do it all over again in the new year.
What was the experience at the Olympics like, considering it's something that comes out once every 4 years?
I think for me personally, it was a real highlight to be at an Olympic Games as we know it. In 2021, I represented South Africa at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and with all the restrictions that was in place at the time, the experience wasn't quite the same as previously in the Olympic Games. So to experience it in full this year was it was something that I will never forget again. To see literally the world's best athletes compete and stay amongst them in the village was an experience that I will remember for the rest of my life.
One of the conversations we had last year after the Comrades Marathon, you were talking about the rest of the year and going to compete internationally, having done so well at the Comrades Marathon and also at the local marathons. How has the experience been competing outside South Africa?
I think for me, with the experience that I've had until now, throughout all the years, not just last year, nothing beats competing on home ground. Running the Comrades and the 2 oceans is really close to my heart, and to feel the support and see the support along the course afterwards, to go out in the streets just for training and hear people cheering me on, just for the fact that I race in front of them, in front of home crowd, and also do my best to keep those trophies at home means the world to me. I do think, though, that there is a space to race abroad and to have that experience and to see how it's done abroad, how athletes act internationally, how they go about their preparations coming into a big race like one of the big international races. So I always take that experience and the lessons that I learn abroad with me, and I try to perform at my best on an international level. But I must admit, nothing beats racing at home. That is really something that I'm very, very passionate about.
Well, I mean, we've seen the support that you always get at Comrades before, after the race, during the race, and even at the 2 oceans. South Africans do indeed love what you do. But let's talk about that. And now with the change of your running club, what does this mean in the bigger scheme of things for you as an athlete?
I think for me, to partner with Hollywood Athletics Club, it's a real honor to start with. I've been friends with the Hollywood Athletics Club for many years. Although I've not raced in their colors before, we have been friends and we've built a relationship for many years prior to this. So this is a really, really big day. I think that the partnership that we are creating is going to just elevate the sport in general. That is my aspirations for this partnership, to join hands and join forces to get more people involved in running and to showcase to the rest of the country how wonderful the sport of running can be. And not just the the pure putting one foot in front of the other, but everything that goes around it, the community that we form, the camaraderie that you experience when you join a running club like the Hollywood Athletics Club. So for me, that is something that excites me the most. And then also, of course, always to try my best and make the club proud from a performance point of view. I want to run at my best. I want to do even better than I've done in the past, to give back to the club that supports me on a daily basis.
So does this mean that you are going out and preparing for the Two Oceans and Comrades again in 2025?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Those two races will be my main focuses for this year, especially for the first half of the year. Until now, my preparations have been starting to pick up as the new year turned, and as of now, from now all the way until Two Oceans, my focus will be purely on getting into the best possible shape that I could be to perform at my best on race day.
And I mean, it's the beginning of the year, Gerda. What shape are you in at this point? A lot of athletes would tell you that in the off season they're not too active. Have you been active? Have you already started prepping, particularly for Two Oceans, as is the first one before Comrades?
My last race was in the beginning of December, and for the remainder of December, I allowed myself some recovery time, some downtime, which is very, very important for longevity in your running career. So December, the month of December for me was definitely not a lot of focus on performance or on difficult long endurance training. I did try to maintain a certain level of fitness just to make it easy for myself to pick up again when it's time to go. So for the near future, for what is left of January and even the first half of February, my preparation will just be to focus on getting my fitness levels to a certain level again, in order to really make sure that I'm ready for the hard work in the end of February and March.
All right, Gerda Steyn, thank you so much for coming through to speak to us. A two-time Comrades Marathon winner and the darling of South African running, Gerda Steyn, talking to us as she joins a new running club. But of course, she says for the year 2025, her biggest focus, at least for the first 6 months, will be the Comrades Marathon and the Two Oceans. We're going to park it here for now as far as sport is concerned. We do, though, have another update coming your way in the next hour. Let's take you back to Vuyo.